We are only 11 days away from King of the Table 13, on which on a co-main event, we're going to have the match of Brian Shaw vs Eddie Hall. And this match is exciting for a lot of reasons, being one of them the fact that Brian and Eddie are working pretty hard, but 90 to 99% of the people are saying that Brian wins this. And it goes without saying the reason why. Brian has trained for longer, he's heavier than Eddie, he has already beaten a guy that used to compete professionally, and much more. So apparently the only ones believing in Eddie, or the only one, is Neil. But the fans these days just can't see a picture of Brian that they write Rip Levan. And there's been a while that I've been noticing that Levan is kind of sick of it. And when asked about Brian's match with Eddie, Levan had a different opinion from most. Take a look.
Yeah, in the beginning, like many, I thought that the brand was a clear favorite. But looking at the latest videos from Neil Pickup and how Eddie trains the top roll, he was quite impressed, and he can pull, it seems, and he thinks that this might give him good chances. We have to consider that Eddie is very explosive. He can get aggressive, and these capabilities are very useful in arm wrestling. Brian seems to be more calm, more calculated. Meanwhile, Eddie can get aggressive and explosive, so this could become quite important in the match.
As we heard here from Levan, he said that Eddie might have this because of his explosiveness, plus the top roll he's doing, and those are pretty valid arguments. But I somehow felt that Levan did not say that normally. Like, the reason why he's saying that Eddie can win is because people get under his skin when talking about Brian, saying that Brian will beat him. Like, everybody's saying that is a no-brainer, and that Brian will just run through Eddie. Yet, Levan had a different opinion on that. So then I ask you guys, do you think Levan is for real about thinking that Eddie could beat Brian?
And actually, the brand could be too large, even too large for the sport.